Have you ever noticed that there is a constant voice talking inside your head? A voice that comments on everything, judges everything, worries about the future, and replays the past again and again. That voice feels like you, but what if I tell you it's not you at all? What if the real freedom you've been searching for your entire life begins the moment you stop identifying with that voice? Welcome to Books Bell. In today's video, we're going to discuss one of the most powerful and life-changing books ever written on inner freedom and self-awareness, The Untethered Soul, written by Michael A. Singer. In this video, you will learn how to detach from your thoughts, how to stop emotional suffering, how to let go of fear and past pain, and how to experience life with clarity, peace, and true inner freedom. This is not just a summary, this is a deep exploration of how your inner world works and how you can finally stop being controlled by it. The core idea of The Untethered Soul starts with one simple but shocking question. Who are you? Most people believe they are their thoughts, emotions, personality, memories, and experiences. But the book explains that you are not any of these things. You are the one who observes them. Just like you can hear a sound without being the sound, you can observe a thought without being the thought. That observer inside you, the silent awareness, is your true self. Michael A. Singer explains that inside every human being there is an inner roommate, the constant mental chatter that never stops talking. It complains, compares, worries, plans, regrets, and judges. The problem is not that this voice exists. The problem is that we believe it. We follow it blindly. We let it control our emotions and decisions. The moment something doesn't go our way, the voice reacts, and we suffer. According to the book, suffering is not caused by life events, it is caused by our resistance to them. One of the most powerful lessons of The Untethered Soul is learning to let go. Letting go does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending everything is fine. Letting go means allowing emotions to rise and fall without clinging to them. When something painful happens, energy gets stuck inside us. Instead of releasing it, we store it. Over time, these stored emotions become emotional blockages that control how we think, how we react, and how we live. The book teaches that freedom comes when you allow energy to pass through you instead of holding on to it. Singer explains that the heart is extremely sensitive. Every experience that hurts us leaves a mark. Instead of healing naturally, we build walls around the heart to protect ourselves from future pain. But these walls don't just block pain, they block love, joy, creativity, and connection. The Untethered Soul teaches that the solution is not to build stronger walls, but to remove them completely. True strength is the ability to stay open no matter what happens. Another powerful concept in the book is the idea of inner openness. Life constantly presents experiences, some pleasant, some unpleasant. When we like something, we open. When we don't like something, we close. Closing creates tension, resistance, and suffering. Opening creates peace. The book encourages you to practice staying open in every situation, even when it's uncomfortable. When you stay open, energy flows. When energy flows, fear dissolves. The book also explains how most of our fears are not real. Fear is usually created by thoughts about the future or memories of the past. The present moment itself is rarely unbearable. It's our interpretation of it that causes pain. When you learn to rest in awareness instead of mental stories, fear loses its grip on you. You stop living in survival mode and start living fully. Michael A. Singer introduces the concept of the witness consciousness, the ability to step back and observe your inner experiences without judgment. Instead of saying, "I am angry," you say, "I notice anger arising." This small shift creates massive freedom. The moment you observe an emotion, you are no longer trapped inside it. You become the watcher instead of the prisoner. One of the most transformative lessons of the untethered soul is understanding that you do not need to fix yourself. You are not broken. The problem is not that something is wrong with you. The problem is that you are constantly interfering with the natural flow of life. When you stop interfering, clarity arises naturally. Peace becomes your default state. The book also explores the idea of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means trusting life enough to stop fighting it. When you stop trying to control everything, life starts working with you instead of against you. Singer explains that most people are exhausted because they are constantly swimming against the current. Surrendering means turning around and allowing life to carry you forward. Another important theme in the book is the illusion of control. We believe that controlling external circumstances will make us happy, but no matter how much we control, something unexpected always happens. True security does not come from controlling life. It comes from being okay with whatever life brings. When you are not afraid of experiences, experiences lose their power over you. The untethered soul also explains how spiritual growth is not about escaping the world, but about engaging with it from a place of inner freedom. You can have goals, relationships, success, and responsibilities, but without attachment. Attachment is what creates suffering, not involvement. When you act without attachment, you act with clarity, effectiveness, and peace. The book challenges the idea that happiness comes from achieving more. Instead, it teaches that happiness comes from removing inner obstacles. You don't need to add anything to your life to be fulfilled. You need to subtract fear, resistance, and identification with thoughts. When these are removed, happiness reveals itself naturally. Singer also discusses how meditation is not about stopping thoughts, but about changing your relationship with them. Thoughts will come and go, that's their nature. Freedom comes when thoughts no longer dictate your emotional state. You don't need to silence the mind, you need to stop listening to it blindly. One of the most practical teachings of the book is the practice of relaxing when discomfort arises. Instead of tensing up when something feels wrong, consciously relax your body and mind. This simple act prevents emotional energy from getting stuck. Over time, this practice rewires how you respond to life. The untethered soul ultimately teaches that enlightenment is not some distant mystical experience. It is the simple realization that you are not your thoughts, not your emotions, not your past. You are the awareness experiencing them. When you live from this awareness, life becomes lighter, clearer, and deeply meaningful. As the book progresses, it becomes clear that true freedom is internal. No amount of external success can replace inner peace. When you stop trying to control life and start flowing with it, everything changes. You experience love without fear, joy without attachment, and purpose without pressure. In the end, the untethered soul is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you already are beneath the noise of the mind. It invites you to step back, let go, and live fully, without fear, without resistance, and without limits. If you want to experience real inner peace, start by observing your thoughts instead of obeying them. Start by opening instead of closing. Start by letting life move through you instead of fighting it. And now, I want you to do one simple thing. The next time a negative thought or emotion arises, don't react, just watch it. That single moment of awareness can change everything. If this video helped you see life differently, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Books Bell for more powerful ideas that can transform the way you think, feel, and live. Remember, freedom is not outside you. It has always been within you.